Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of DOTAG, Diary of this Ambitious Guy. And Happy New Week. Firstly, before we go, I want to appreciate everyone who sent messages, who sent gifts to me. I really appreciate that. If you are wondering what happened, listen to the bonus episode and you would know exactly what I'm thinking them. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. The love was just so much. Thank you. Okay, so last episode, that's episode 2. I talked about the fact that I was gonna be trying some things out. I was gonna be trying out meditation, right? And one of the reasons why I said I was gonna do that was because I felt it's one way, it's a way for me to be able to quiet my mind because of the amount of thought that it wants to always process at every single time. And most of the time, those decisions I get to make are not usually one of the best decisions. Do you get? So, I felt like one of the things that can help, reduce the noise in my head in that sense is to engage myself in meditation. And I gave it a try during the week, and so there's this app that I downloaded. It's called Insight Timer. I think it's both available for both iPhones and Android. So I use an Android phone, so I downloaded them from Play Store. You can download it from the Apple Store for iPhone users. So yeah, I downloaded it, and it's very good to use. I'm not endorsing the product. It's just a very nice product that I like, and yeah, I'm just letting you guys know about it. So yeah, Insight Timer, a very good product. So I signed up, and very easy to sign up. Just put in your email, your username. You can literally just do the third party sign up with Google or with Facebook, or yeah, whatsoever third party application. So I used that to sign up, and there was just a few buttons and I was in. Then because I started using the app, it almost immediately started suggesting different kinds of meditation based on some of the selections, some of the things I was trying to achieve. The meditation suggested meditations. One of the reasons why I like the app is because there are a lot of free versions of meditation exercises that you can do, right? So you don't necessarily have to start from the premium version. So if you're very satisfied with the free version, and after a while you can literally just upgrade to the premium version. As I said, I'm not endorsing them. I just like the product basically. So yeah, I tried breathing exercise, and it helped. I saw the effect, but I know it's not just a one-time thing, it's a continuous thing, right? And of course I'll keep doing it, and I would love to practice it with you guys. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a breathing exercise in this episode, right? I know a lot of things can just come up as it goes. So we're gonna be doing a breathing exercise, and before we go, I just want to say a disclaimer, guys. Please, if you're driving, I don't know when you were listening to this podcast, if you're driving at the moment, or if you're doing something that can harm yourself or harm any other person, if you close your eyes, please, you literally can skip this section of the podcast and go move forward basically. So please, if you're in a situation where you literally can close your eyes, please don't engage. If you're driving, most especially if you're driving, please, you can do it when you get home or where you're in a more comfortable position, but you can skip to the other parts of the podcast and go on. So we're doing a bit of breathing exercise. So yeah, okay, so let's start. So we're going to be breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Very simple. So I wanted to, wherever you are, I wanted to close your eyes, and I wanted to have a very, very comfortable position where you are at the moment. I want you to straighten your back as much as possible. If you're seated, that's good. Straighten your back to the chair where you sit, your normal sitting posture. Then I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Then we're going to be doing this breathing exercise. We're going to breathe in 4 counts, then hold for 2, then breathe out for 5 counts. So, and I want you to focus, put your mind on the breathing. I want your mind to be focused on the breathing. I want your mind to be focused on the breathing, nothing else. I know thoughts might want to come in and all, but try and refocus the mind on the breathing. So we're going to be doing this together. So breathing deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 counts. 1, 2. Breathe out for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in again for another 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 counts. 1, 2. Breathe out for another 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. For the last time, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Then now you can go back to your normal breathing pace. Just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Your normal breathing, natural flow of breathing. Just breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. And that's a sample of the breathing exercise. Very simple, and you would notice that within this period when you were focused on the breathing, your mind found a way to quiet itself. So as I said, it's not just a one-time thing, it's something that you have to do consistently. There are lots of meditation exercises, but this is just one of it. So yeah, I think meditation is good for myself, and I think for everybody that was listening. So please just let me know how this makes sense in the comment, what you guys think about this meditation, if it's good or it's not. I don't know, your opinion matters too, but yeah, please let me know what you guys think. Okay, next thing, I know I also mentioned last episode, that's episode 2, that I was going to be focusing this podcast on my business and how I started my business and how the journey has been so far. So yeah, and I'm just going to be talking about that. So there's this dilemma that I've had about business. So I've always thought, right, before I even started doing business, right, I've always thought that business people are rich people, business people live a very comfortable life, business people are, the rich set of people in the community and all those kind of, there's this picture that when you hear, this person is a businessman, like, just like there's this kind of accolades and respect that you just have for the person, because you just automatically think this person is rich. You just automatically think this person is wealthy, like he has everything in it. Like, what else is he looking for? He has his business, But it was until I started it, then I felt like, okay, I think I've had the wrong perception about being a business person or being an entrepreneur for the longest time. And the moment it started, then I started to see reality. Like, no, being a businessman is not what it is. It's not what it is. Most especially if you're doing something, starting something right from the very beginning, not that you're just taking up over what someone has built up, but you're starting right from the very basis. The way I can illustrate business is like a newborn baby. Not the cute baby, not the one that everybody likes, very cute, smiling. No, that is not it. The business I'm talking about, me illustrating it as a baby, means one major character of a baby is always receiving, wants to grab this, wants to take this, always gulping, child's formula, sucking breast, eating food, taking this, taking that, taking this, always receiving. The baby never gives out, right? At the very initial stage of business, that is how the business is. It's like a baby that is always receiving, and you just have to keep giving, unless that baby will die. The same thing for a business. You just have to keep giving your all, giving your material resources, your financial resources, your emotional resources. Yeah, emotional resources. There's a lot of emotional investment that goes into a business. Yeah, emotional investment. Literally everything that your time, and the business just keeps receiving and receiving and receiving and receiving, and you have to keep doing that until the business, now the baby, matures into an adult, or matures up to a level, right, that the business is able to fend for itself, becomes an independent being, such that the business can take care of itself. It has enough resources, it has enough capacity to be able to take care of itself, not just only itself, also take care of other people's needs. Literally, that's the picture I just have about business. I might be the wrong perception about it, but that is just how I feel business is. You just like the way the mother of a child will give a child everything it needs until the child is ready to be independent. That's just the way an entrepreneur or a businessman would nurture their business. So it's not an easy work. It's not an easy work, really, guys. I would advise anybody that wants to go into business, please don't do it. Stick to your normal 9 to 5. Just stick to your normal 9 to 5 and enjoy your life. Because the moment you see you want to dabble into business, you must be ready to give it what it takes, unless it's gonna die. As I said, it's just like a baby that if you stop feeding the baby, that baby will die. So guys, if I'm gonna give you an advice, don't go into business. It's a lot of work. A lot of work is going to be required from you. So if you're not ready to give it, then I don't advise you go into it. So I'm just going to start, just talk about how my own business started. The whole business started, Yum Rush started as, that's the name of my baby or my business, right? Started as a conversation between myself and some group of people. We just had conversations about what do you think one can do in this Akure. As I said, I stay in Akure. What can one do in this town or city that people would love to pay money for every single day. And we had a lot of back and forth and all that, and we later concluded on the fact that okay, donuts. Right. And I was like, okay, let's do this. I was very enthusiastic fact that business, as I said, this is my first business. I've never done anything business before. I'm always the 9 to 5 kind of person, right? And say, okay, let's give this thing a try. And the first thing I did was I went ahead and registered the business, registered the name. I spoke to a lawyer friend of mine that helped me with the whole processing. Got the business registered, and it was becoming very real this time around. I'm like, hey, okay, are you sure you know what are you sure you know what you're doing, right? And this is a space where I have no experience in. I love pastries, right? I love pastries. I love anything flour, right? But I've never done it to say I want to make it for people to sell. Like, it's a totally different ball game. For you to love making something is one thing, but for you to be able to love making that thing and be able to sell it to people is literally another thing. So, and I as me not knowing anything, first thing I went ahead, I did donuts. Then I had a neighbor of mine that was also serving at that point in time. When I did the first donut, I showed it to her. My first feedback I ever received concerning donut I made, that was when I knew that there's a difference between watching how to make donuts on YouTube and literally doing even not even donut, like anything. Because in YouTube just makes it seems very easy, and like, okay, most especially YouTube shorts, like you just said, okay, just added this and added this and added this. I literally thought it was that easy. So I did the first one, and I showed her, and she was like, wow, what is this? This looks like bean cake. Okay, for Yoruba, they call it akara. It's like when you blend beans and you fry it, what you get exactly. That was how the donut looked like. I felt very bad, but it was like, okay, I'm up for the challenge, right? And next thing I did was to go to somebody that knows how to do it, to learn what it means to make donuts. I had to pay for the learning, and I learned how to make donuts. Then it took time of refinement to better refine the donut to be more like Yum Rush, to be unique in terms of taste, in terms of smell, in terms of the look also. It appeals to your major senses, which is your nose, your eyes, and your tongue, basically. So I had to there were a lot of refinement, and during that process of refinement, those were the time of me putting a lot of resources into the business, right? Buying machines, buying raw materials. Then the economy was not as bad as it is at the moment, so they were kind of affordable then. But also, I had to put a lot of time and money into it. So then I would just send it out to people, eat it for free. It looks like I was just pouring money into the water, right? For free. What do you guys think? Give me feedback on this. Does it make sense? Do you like it? What do you think one can do? So based on people's feedback, I was refining the product. Then later I went into online delivery, worked on the packaging, a nice packaging for the donut, online delivery. People started ordering for it, then I will prepare it, then send it to them. They'll also gain a bit of experience in that sense. Then I moved into events, like if anybody has any major event, I set up a donut stand there, and I sell donuts there. Really, the first time I had that I did this physical event sales was I spoke to a member of my church. Then he organizes this check rally at BTO Hall. For those in Accra, they will know BTO Hall. He organizes this check rally for people, and people are usually there in hundreds, basically. So I've never sold anything before, right? And I love my donuts. I took my donuts there with drinks. A friend of mine also helped me out. We both went to the place and started selling the donuts. I was shocked that people would actually pay money for my donuts. Like for my donuts. It was just strange. It was a strange feeling at that point in time. And the first time I went for an event, we sold everything. I was like, okay, that kind of encouraged me more to kind of keep pursuing. Right, several milestones that we have been able to break. The first time we made our first 100,000 revenue from selling donuts in a month. It was mind blowing. Like literally, one could sell donuts and make this amount of revenue from selling donuts, like donuts. Do you get? And that kind of just motivated me the more. And I just kept pushing. Of course, that's not been easy. It's not. And that is one of the reasons I'm dedicating this podcast. I want to share with you guys how the journey has been, week by week basis. How the journey. I just wanted to just give like a broad introduction of how the business started, right? How the business started. I'm going to be talking about some of the partnership that I made, some of the mistakes I've made. By next episode, I'll be picking some of those mistakes and just sharing my experience with them. The business is just 7 months, right? It's not 1 year. I don't have a vast knowledge of experience, but I just feel that a lot of people that are in my category, also that are just starting out, it might not even be done, or it might just be any other type of business. I think we understand what I'm doing and feel what I'm feeling, So yeah, just sharing. So please, I'm not a business tycoon. I'm not giving business advice, right? I'm just saying what has happened, what's happening to me, and I hope you guys will enjoy the journey. Honestly, I'm so happy. I'm so pumped for it, and yeah. Okay, this is good, and this is a wrap for the third episode of DOTAG, Diary of this Ambitious Guy. Okay, so thank you guys. Have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning. I don't know when you'll be listening to this. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.